Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We're getting ready here for a leisurely ball game. We have our 1969 replay, and this is the final game of a four-game series between the New York Mets and the Atlanta Braves. Mets took the first two games, Braves took the third. Mets are 11.5 behind coming into this ball game. The Atlanta Braves have a 1.5 game lead in the West after the San Francisco Giants won their last ball game. Giants can move within one if the Mets win. The pitchers today for the New York Mets, Nolan Ryan. For the Atlanta Braves, Jim Britton. And in about 5 minutes, we will have our opening lineups. So please stand by. This should be a good ball game. And I want to make it a nice leisurely ball game. I have the coffee brewing right now. I've already had a pot as I woke up about 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., give or take. And I don't like to get up that early, but it happened. But the other cup is brewing. And look who has arrived. Kathy Harden has arrived. We missed you, Kathy. Or at least I missed you a lot. And we're so glad to have you back. We're about 10 minutes before game time, Kathy Harden, for the Mets at the Braves. Final game of a four-game series. Mets took the first two, Braves the third game. It's going to be Nolan Ryan for the Mets and Jim Britton for the Braves. And we follow the exact lineups, people, and we have nameless players, so if there's an issue with the roster, we have that covered. Ryan and Britton are both right-handers. And like we said, Kathy Harden, the Braves have a 1.5 game lead after the Giants won their last game. And they'll be watching the scoreboard because they can pull within one game. The Mets are 11.5 behind, one game under 500, easily the best team the Mets have ever had in franchise history. I have my coffee brewing, and I'll be back in a few minutes, about three minutes or so, for the opening lineups of this very important ball game. It's a very nice crowd here in Atlanta. Good morning, Mike. It's great to see you. I just walked in. In real world, the Mets won this one 3-0. The coffee is just about ready. Before that, though, I'm going to go over the opening lineups today. For the New York Mets, leading off Tommy Agee in center field. Batting second is Bobby File at third base. Again, we use the exact lineups with baseball reference. Batting third is Cleon Jones in left field. The cleanup hitter is Art Shamsky, he's in right. Wayne Garrett bats fifth, he's at second base. Eddie Kranepool bats sixth, he's at first. Jerry Grody doing the catching, batting seventh. Bud Harrelson at shortstop, batting eighth. And the pitcher is Nolan Ryan, the young, hard-throwing right-hander. For the Atlanta Braves, leading off is Felipe Alou, he's in center field. Tony Gonzalez bats second, he's in left. Hank Aaron is batting third, he's in right. The cleanup hitter is Orlando Cepeda, he's at first base. Felix Millan batting fifth. At second, Clete Boyer at third base batting sixth. Bob Didier batting seventh and catching. Gil Garrido is the shortstop, he bats eighth, and the pitcher is Jim Britton. In about 3 minutes, we expect these Atlanta Braves to take the field. These first place Atlanta Braves holding on to a 1.5 game lead in the National League West, with the Giants right there in second place. There's Mike Terranova for the New York Mets. I'm pretty sure Kathy Harden is for the New York Mets. The coffee is just about ready. And we think the first pitch is in about 2 minutes. Okay. Cardwell is available in the bullpen. Taylor's available. Others are available. Cardwell pitched in real world in this game. Upshaw and Doyle, two fine relievers, pitched in this game in real world. They'll be available if needed. This is the first game of August 10, 1969 in our replay. Our next few games are for the 69 replay, trying to reconnect to this replay on a more consistent basis. We'll get back to the 1911 replay. It's there, it's not going anywhere. Sort of use that as a novelty. Play those games sort of every once in a while for a while. Let's get on with this 69 replay. Okay, the tweet should be up. The tweet should be good. Let's take a look. The tweet is up. And the tweet is good. And the Atlanta Braves take the field. Here's Tommy Agee to lead it off. Going for a nice leisurely ball game, Mike. I hope you understand. Britton is ready. Here's his windup and the pitch to Agee. That's 2-9, and he struck him out, and we are underway here. AG goes down swinging, 1 down, here in the top of the first. Next batter is Bobby File. Oh, that's good coffee. Okay, Britton into his windup, and the pitch to File. That's 1-3, and he pops it up behind home plate for Bob Didier to make the catch, 2 away. And here comes Cleon. Britton gets the sign from Didier. He's set, and the pitch to Jones. 5-6 right-hander struck him out. A 1-2-3 inning for Jim Britton with 2 strikeouts here. After a half an inning, it's New York Mets nothing. Atlanta Braves coming to bat. Okay, leading it off for the Atlanta Braves will be Felipe Alou. He's a right-handed hitter. Nolan Ryan, the hard-throwing right-hander youngster from Texas. He's ready, Ryan. The pitch to Felipe. That's 6-7, and that's a line drive to second, caught by Garrett, 1 out. Now Tony Gonzalez, the left-handed hitter. Aaron on deck. Here's Ryan, and the pitch to Gonzalez. 1-7, fly ball left. Cleon is there, 2 outs. Excuse me. And here's Hank Aaron. 2 out, nobody on, bottom of the first, no score. Here's the pitch to Aaron. 1-7, he walked him. Nolan pitching very carefully to the future Hall of Famer. Aaron on first, 2 down for Orlando Cepeda. Here's Ryan from the stretch. The pitch to Orlando, 1-7. He flies it to center field. And AG is there, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits. The walk to Aaron, left on base after 1. We're scoreless here in Atlanta. Again, this is the 4th game of a 4-game series. Mets took the first 2, then the Braves took the 3rd game. Braves looking to get out of this with that was a very good inning by Nolan. Sure, pitched very carefully to Aaron, Mike. So I thought so. And this is Kathy Harden going for the big inning. Top of the second, Mark Shamsky. Hard-hitting, left-handed hitter. Bill Hodges puts him in the lineup against right-handers. Facing Britton now. Okay, Britton winds, and the pitch to Shamsky. That's 1-12, and that is a base hit right up the middle for Art Shamsky to open it up. Now Wayne Garrett is the batter. Kranepool on deck. Here's Britton from the stretch. The pitch to Garrett, 3-7. Grounds it to first. That's a double play. So it's 2 outs, nobody on for Kranepool. Full wind-up by Britton, and the pitch to Kranepool. That's 1-5, and that's a grounder to second base for Felix Millan. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, none left. And after 1.5, it's no score. I'm just looking, it was an interesting thing you mentioned there. I think that was Mike. I'm going to check. Gil Hodges died after the Mets traded Ryan. So he was still the manager. Maybe that's what gave him the heart attack. Okay, and anyway, he that was a front office decision. Here we go to the bottom of the second. Felix Millan will lead it off. I was just curious. It's a good thing. I'm glad you brought that up. Here's Britton now. I'm sorry, Ryan. So sorry. Ryan now. Yep. Okay, Ryan is ready. Here's the pitch to Felix Millan to start off the bottom of the second. It's 5-5, and he struck him out. So there's the first by Nolan. 1 down. And here's Cletus Boyer. Yeah, I looked it up. It was in December of '71 that trade was finalized. And he died in '72. Spring training, I believe. Cletus Boyer at the plate now. Here's the pitch to Boyer. 5-3 right-hander, grounds it back to Ryan. Oh, Lord, he's a 5. 8-5. Oh, it goes through for a base hit. So there's the first hit allowed by Ryan. Boyer is on with 1 out, and here's Bob Didier. Here's Ryan from the stretch. And the pitch. 3-4. Grounds it to third. File forces Boyer at second. And Didier is safe at first base with 2 outs. Frank Tanana. Boy, I haven't thought of that name in a long time. Here's Gil Garrido now with 2 outs and Didier on first. We're in the bottom of the second. Scoreless ball game. Here's the pitch from Ryan. That's 2-8. And he grounds it to first, and the side is retired. No runs for Atlanta in the bottom of the second. 1 hit, 1 left. After 2, it's a scoreless ball game. Sort of a tension in the air in this game. It's going to be Jerry Grody leading it off for the Mets, facing Britton. Here's the pitch to Grody. That's 2-4. He grounds it to third for Boyer, and there's one away. Now Buddy Harrelson, switch hitter, batting left against Britton. And the pitch. That's 3-11. And he grounds it to short for Garrido, 2 away. And now the pitcher, Nolan Ryan. A 1 WR. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We broadcast all games for my 69 and 1911 replay. This is August 10, 1969. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the third, Mets batting. Scoreless game here. Pitch to Ryan. That's 2-3, pops it up behind the plate. Didier makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 for Britton. We're in the middle of the third. It's still scoreless here. And Britton will lead it off. He's a 3 WR. Okay, Ryan is ready. Here's his windup. The pitch to Britton. 6-7. And it's a liner to... Oh, it goes through! Oh, my. I thought Garrett would get that. That went through for a base hit. Lord, look at that. Let's look at that again. 6-7, right-hander. Single 1. Well, it's a 1. Okay, so Britton is on first to lead it off. And here's Felipe. Nolan will work from the stretch here. Felipe 0 for 1. Ryan, the pitch to Felipe. 1-9. And that's hit out for a base hit. And Britton will go to third, so the Braves are threatening here. And Tony Gonzalez comes up. First and third, nobody out. The infield is back. They'll concede the run. Gonzalez, a left-handed hitter. Ryan from the stretch. 4-7. Walked him. So the bases are loaded with Atlanta Braves. And nobody out. And Henry Aaron is the batter. Tough situation here for Nolan. He walked in the first. Here's the pitch to Aaron. That's 5-3, right-hander. Grounds it back to Ryan. Again a 5. 2-5. Goes through for a base hit. 2 runs score. Britton comes home. Felipe comes home. Gonzalez goes to third. A 2-run single by Henry Aaron. Braves lead at 2-0. It's first and third now. Still nobody out. For Cepeda, infield back. Yeah, here's Ryan now. And the pitch, 2-5. And there's a base hit. Gonzalez comes home. Aaron to third. 3-0 Braves, and there's action already in the Mets bullpen. It's Don Cardwell warming. We told you he's available. Cardwell, a right-hander, used primarily as a starter. He relieved in this ball game, and he would be perfect to come in early if needed. There's still nobody out, first and third. And Mian is the batter. He struck out. Yeah, you're right. Rube Walker visited the mound, had a talk with Ryan, and they're going to keep him in. Okay, Mian at the plate. Struck out. Very rare for Mian. Here's the pitch from Ryan. 3-9. And he grounds it back to Ryan. This time he gets it. He forces Cepeda, but the run comes in. The fourth run. So it's 1 out, and Mian is on. Being held 1-7. 4-run inning here for the Braves. Here's the pitch to Boyer now. 3-10. Fly ball left. And Cleon makes the catch. It's 2 outs. Mian holds at first. And here's Bob Didier. Switch hitter batting left. Ryan trying to get out of this. That's 2-10, and he chops it to second for Garrett, and the side is retired. But 4 runs for Atlanta off Nolan Ryan here in the bottom of the third. On 4 hits, a walk, and 1 left on. After 3, it's Atlanta 4, and New York nothing. Top of the order for the Mets here. It'll be AG leading it off. Let me refresh my coffee if you don't mind. Okay, AG facing Britton. AG struck out in the first. Here's Britton, the windup. The pitch to AG. 3-6, grounds it back to Britton. 1 away. Now Bobby File popped out to the catcher, Bob Didier. Here's the pitch to File. 1-7, and he flies it to center field, and Felipe makes the catch, 2 down. And the batter is Cleon Jones. Cleon struck out in the first. So Britton very tough thus far. Here's the pitch to Cleon. That's 4-3 right-hander. Fly ball right. Aaron, he's a 1. 4-1 makes the catch. This side is retired. It's another 1-2-3 for Jim Britton. Middle of the fourth, 4-0 Braves. Let's see how Ryan fares after that 4-run inning. Garrido will lead it off. Then it'll be Britton and back to the top with Felipe. Gil Garrido, right-handed hitter. Here's Nolan Ryan now. The windup, the pitch to Garrido. That's 3-7, and that is a line drive to second, caught by Garrett. 1 down. Now Jim Britton, the pitcher. Singled and scored in that last 4-run inning. Here's the pitch to Britton. 3-4, struck him out. That's the second for Nolan today. 2 down. And here's Felipe, 1 for 2. Singled and scored last inning. Here's the pitch from Ryan. That's 6-6, and he walked him. Felipe is on. That's the 3rd walk given up by Ryan today. Now Tony Gonzalez with Felipe on first, 2 down. Gonzalez flew to left, walked and scored. Here's the pitch from Ryan. That's 5-4 left-hander, grounds it to third. File of 3. 5-3, and he throws him out. So the side is retired. No runs, no hits, the walk left on. After 4, it's 4-0. Atlanta. Okay, Britton has been very tough. 4 shutout innings, allowed 1 base runner, a single to Shamsky. And Shamsky leads it off here in the top of the 5th. Left-handed hitter. Okay, Britton is ready. The pitch to Shamsky. 3-4. Grounds it to second. Neon has it. 1 down. Now Wayne Garrett. Grounded into a double in the second. The pitch from Britton. 5-8. Struck him out. That's the 3rd for Britton. 2 down. For Eddie Cranepool, left-handed hitter. And Cranepool hits it back to Britton, who throws to Orlando to retire the side. Another 1-2-3. That's 11 in a row for Jim Britton. Middle of the 5th. 4-0. And for you Met fans out there, please. Don't be too upset, okay? You know, that's the great thing about Strat-O-Matic. It doesn't always work how you want it to be, okay? Okay, Nolan, after that 4-run third, pitched effectively in the 4th. He'll face Aaron, walked, singled, and scored. Here's the pitch to Aaron. That's 1-5, and that is a line drive to third, caught by File. 1 down. Now Orlando 1 for 2. We'll see Mike Terranova, but, you know, I just don't want you all to, you know, not like this, not like my broadcasts. You know what I mean. But, yeah, the dice better get hot. Orlando 1 for 2, 1 out, nobody on. Here's Ryan. 2-7, and that is a double down the line for Orlando. A 1-out double, Orlando on second. For Felix Millan. Felix 0 for 2. Oh, thank you, Mike. Okay, here's Ryan now. The pitch to Felix. 3-4. Grounds it to second. And Cepeda holds. 2 outs. For Cletus Boyer, 1 for 2. Nolan trying to get out of this. Here's the pitch to Boyer. 3-12. And he lines it to second, caught by Garrett, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. 4-0 after 4. Grody will lead it off. Cardwell is available. Yeah, Yeah, well, I'm just using my laid-back voice today. If you're talking about my voice today, I'm just trying to be laid back. Here's Grody. 0 for 1. Britton into his windup. And the pitch, 2-9. Fly ball left, and Gonzalez makes the catch. That's 12 in a row. For Jim Britton, there's not much you can do about that. And he retires 12 in a row. Here's Buddy Harrelson, who grounded to short in the third. Britton has allowed one base runner, a single to Shamsky, and that's been it. Harrelson switch hitter batting left. The pitch. That's 6-9. And he struck him out. That's the fourth for Britton. And there will be a pinch hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but we're just going to pinch hit here. It will be Cardwell coming in. Ryan pitched 5. He allowed 6 hits. He walked 3, struck out 2, and allowed 4 runs. Cardwell will be the new pitcher. And let's see who's going to hit here for Nolan Ryan. You know, Duffy Dyer has done very well. Pinch hitting, but it's going to be Ken Boswell, a left-handed hitter, with 2 outs and nobody on. I sort of an obligatory pinch hitter. So Boswell steps in. And here's Britton now. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch to Boswell. That's 4-8. Left-hander walked him. So Boswell is on with 2 outs. And here's Agee now. One swing of his bat can bring him right back in this ball game. Agee is 0 for 2. That's the first base runner since Shamsky singled in the second. Okay, Britton is ready. Here's the pitch to Agee. 4-4, right-hander, grounds to third. Boyer is a 1. 14-1, and he throws him out, and the side is retired. No runs for the Mets with a walk. And left on base, we're heading to the bottom of the 6th. We've got a new pitcher now, Don Cardwell. Ryan, the loser of record. Britton, the winner. Cardwell's endurance is the 4th inning of relief. He can go the rest of the game if needed without that coming up. Here's Bob Didier to lead it off, 0 for 2. Cardwell is ready. Okay, here's the pitch to Didier. 4-10, switch hitter batting left, grounds it to second. Garrett has it, 1 away. Tell you, besides that 4-run inning, the Mets have done pretty well today. Okay, Gil Garrido is the batter. Britton out on deck. Here's the pitch to Garrido. And that's 6'4" right-hander. Catcher X, Grody at 2. 6-2. And he's out on a dribbler in front of home plate, thrown out by Grody. 2 down, and Jim Britton gets a big hand from this hometown crowd. Pitching shutout baseball. Here's the pitch from Cardwell. 3-4, struck him out. So Cardwell looking very good. He should have started the game. 1-2-3 here in the 6th. We're heading to the 7th inning. We'll take a break for the 7th inning stretch. Jim Britton throwing shutout baseball. 2 base runners all game. Shamsky with the single in the second. Boswell with the pinch hit. Yes, a 1-hit shutout, Mike. Absolutely. And the pinch hit walk. Bobby File will lead it off. He's 0 for 2. Okay, Britton. 3-6. Grounds it to short. Garrido has it. There's 1 down. File is 0 for 3. AG is 0 for 3. Cleon 0 for 2 with 1 out, nobody on. Britton, the pitch to Cleon. 3-4, and that's a grounder to short. Garrido has it, 2 away. Mets not getting any breaks today. Look at that, 3-4, right in the middle of stuff. So it's 2 outs, nobody on for Shamsky. .110, and he pops it up to first. And Orlando makes the catch. The side is retired. Britton is really, really tough today. This is the 7th inning stretch. It's 4-0 Atlanta. Cardwell in his 2nd inning of relief. Felipe will lead off. And we will be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. I want to thank you all for being here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We got a few more people than usual. I think that's because we got a lot of Met fans out there. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and I'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. All right, Kathy Harden, and I'm going to have more coffee when I get back. You never know, the Mets might have a big inning, right? Well, Don Cardwell will start his second inning of relief. Oh, you're having another cup, Kathy Harden. Okay, good for you. I'm going to get mine. As Don Cardwell sets out to start his second. He retired the side in order in his first inning. He's in for Ryan. Don't miss our game tomorrow. It's going to be Baltimore at Minnesota. I'm sorry, Minnesota at Baltimore, which is a most likely, pretty definite forecast of the AL Championship. Welcoming the big leagues in their respective divisions. It will be Jim Perry for the Twins and Mike Cuellar for the Orioles. Same time, 8:15 a.m. Eastern. And 1 for 2 with a single scored and a walk. Here's Cardwell now. He's ready. Here's the pitch. To Felipe. 2-9. And he grounds it back to Cardwell for the first out. Now Tony Gonzalez 0 for 2 with a walk. Cardwell winds. 6-3 left-hander, fly ball left, Cleon. He's a 2. 2-2 makes the catch. 2 down. Cardwell's retired the first 5 batters he's faced. Here's Henry Aaron. Walk, singled and scored, popped to third. The pitch from Cardwell. That's 5-6 right-hander, grounds it to third for File, and it's another 1-2-3 for Cardwell. Yeah, he should have started, huh? You never know. He might have had a 4-run inning. So it's top of the 8th here. Mets facing Britton. Britton has allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, and that's it for base runners. Throwing a shutout. Pitching maybe the best game of his career. Wayne Garrett leads it off. He's 0 for 2. Here's Britton now. The pitch to Garrett. 1-5. And that is a base hit for Garrett to lead it off. Second base hit allowed. Garrett is on first. And here's Eddie Kranepool. Also a left-handed hitter. Eddie 0 for 2. Britton from the stretch now. The pitch to Kranepool. That's 4-7 left-handed. Walked him. So the Mets have first and second, nobody out off Britton. He's in his endurance. He's been since the 6th. 1 more hit or walk and he's through. Ho-ho. How do you like that? Upshaw and Doyle. Warming. Doyle the left-hander. Upshaw a right-hander. And they both pitched in this game in real world. And Jerry Grody 0 for 2. First and second, nobody out. Give it a good mix there, Mike. This one's for you. Here's the pitch to Grody. 3-6. And it's a base hit to left for Grody. Garrett, 1-14. He'll hold. And the Mets have bases loaded. with Buddy Harrelson coming to the plate. He's the tying run at the plate. Look at that. And that's it for Jim Britton. My goodness. Just like that. Knocked out of the box here in the eighth. Britton pitched 7. Still the winner of record. He allowed 3 hits. He walked 2. Struck out 4 and has allowed no runs thus far, but he's responsible for all 3 Mets on base with no outs. Let's see who's coming in. It's gonna be a Cecil Upshaw. Cecil and Bernie? Whatever it is. Cecil Upshaw coming in from the dugout. Their ace, a right-hander, trying to save it. Eligible for the save if he finishes. With Buddy Harrelson, he's ready. Upshaw's ready. Clendenon, you want Clendenon to pinch hit for Harrelson? How about for Cardwell? I'm gonna let Buddy hit, okay, sir? If that's okay with you. Clendenon is looking for a bat. Harrelson is a left-handed hitter now. He's switch hitter, batting left. Infield is back. Upshaw, the pitch to Buddy. 3-4. Grounds it to third for the force, but the first run will come in for the Mets. Brody forced at first. It's now a 4-1 ball game. That's charged to Britton. It's now first and third, 1 out. And Don Clendenon is coming out. He called it. Mike Terranova called that one. Don Clendenon, the slugger, MVP of the '69 series in Real World. Clendenon hitting for Cardwell, who pitched 2. It'll be Ron Taylor coming in next inning. 2 perfect innings for Cardwell with a strikeout. There's Ron Taylor warming. And here comes Don Clendenon, acquired from the Expos. Gil Hodges uses him primarily against left-handed pitching, but there are always exceptions. Clendenon at the plate, first and third, 1 out, 1 in, 4-1 ball game. Upshaw is ready. Here's the pitch to Clendenon. Infield back. 6'10" right-hander, grounds it to third. This could be 2. Boyer. Boyer a 1, turns the double play. So the side is retired. The Braves beat you in so many ways. There was 1 run, though. And in the middle of the 8th, it's a 4-1 ball game. That run is charged to Britton. And there's a new pitcher for the Mets, a third pitcher, Ron Taylor. Where the hell did I put him? For Christ's sakes. There he is. Ron Taylor warming. The Mets will need at least three runs in the top of the 9th, and it'll be the top of the order. Meanwhile, Taylor will face Orlando, Felix, and Cletus here in the bottom of the 8th. Orlando 2 for 3, a single and a double, and a run batted in. Nothing is going our way, Mike. Okay, here's Orlando. Taylor is ready. The pitch. That's 6-4. Right-hander grounds it to short. Harrelson, he's a 2. 1-2, goes through for a base hit. That's, you know, that's like Mike said, nothing going the Mets' way. Orlando 3 for 4 today. Here's Cletus Boyer. Felix Mion, I'm sorry. Felix 0 for 3. Orlando on first, being held 1-7. Nobody out. Pitch from Taylor. 3-7. And that's a fly ball to center. And AG is under it. Orlando holds. 1 down. Now Cletus. Cletus 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Boyer. 2-9. And that's hit deep by Cletus. Back to left goes Jones. It is gone. A 2-run home run by Cletus Boyer to make it 6-1 ball game. So there you go. He turned the double play last inning and now hits a 2-run home run. We don't have to worry too much because this game is probably over now. You know what I'm saying? We can just sort of accept that this is the way it is. And I hate to see Ron Taylor get hit like that. I really do. It's 6-1, and Bob Didier is the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 5-6, left-handed, grounds to second. Garrett 1 down. 2 down, I'm sorry. And Gil Garrido. The Mets will need 5 to tie. 4-7, right-handed, struck him out. But 2 runs for the Braves here in the bottom of the 8th. It's a 6-1 ball game. Nothing's going our way, Mike. Here's Cecil now for the save. It'll be the top of the order, AG, then File and Jones. Mets down by 5. Here's Upshaw. Pitch to AG. It is one of those days, right? We got to be stoical, you know? Here's the pitch, 3-7, and he struck him out. That's the second time AG has gone down on strikes. First strikeout by Upshaw. Now Bobby File 0 for 3. The top of the first 3 batters for the Mets are 0 for 10 today. Due largely, almost completely to Jim Britton. Here's Upshaw now. The pitch to File. 5-10, right-hander, grounds it to third. Cletus, 2-way. And here's Cleon Jones. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 9th. Mets trail by 5. Upshaw gets the sign from Didier into his windup, and the pitch to Cleon. 6-7, right-handed, grounds it to second. Mion, he's a 1. Okay, that's, real good infield. 13-1, throws him out, and the ball game is over. Final score here in Atlanta, it's the Atlanta Braves 6, the New York Mets 1. The win goes to Britton. Upshaw gets the save. He allowed no hits. No walks or strikeout. No runs. The loss goes to Ryan. Cardwell pitched 1 inning. 2 hits. 2 runs. Final line, Atlanta 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Mets 1 run, 3 hits. and no errors. An amazing performance by Jim Britton, the star of the game, because I don't see Mr. Perota here. He pitched just awesome baseball, ran out of elephant juice in the 8th, left the bases loaded with no outs, and Upshaw came in. A run did come in on a ground ball. And that's the game. The Mets will fall 2 below 500, 12 behind the first place Pirates. The Braves now with a 2-game lead in the National League West. Kathy Harden, I want to thank you. Gigi, I want to thank you. Mike, I want to thank you. And everybody else. Okay, Mike Terranova agrees on Britton as the star of the game. 1 run in 7 innings, 3 hits. Stay strong, everybody. I'm scheduled for Minnesota at Baltimore for tomorrow, same time, 8:15 a.m. Eastern. If I get the urge to play a game sooner, such as this afternoon or something, of course, I'll try to give you notice. Stay strong, everybody. I really appreciate all of you because it makes Strat-O-Matic so much better. It's like anything else. It's not really fun unless you share it. Take care, everybody.